in this area, 6 miles in any direction. That gives you a class 9, that lowers your insurance about 20–25%. Okay? So if you look at the map, you see like this is Randolph-Pocahontas County line. 6 miles from there to Durbin Station is 6 miles. 6 miles from there to top of Boyer Hill is 6 miles. 6 miles from there to Green Bank Station. 6 miles from Green Bank Station to Dunmore Bridge. That is our area. That's what we was assigned years back. And for taking care of that area 30 years, Durbin had cash a long time ago. But that's beside the point. Anyhow, the fire marshal, when we put the station in Cass, or Green Bank, our area went like that. That whole went down to the bridge where McLaughlin, Darrell has his garden. That's where the fire line went to. Okay, this was discussed and it went back through to Galford Creek and across by. They was trying to get that down to Rockefeller, to include Rockefeller. Rockefeller got plenty of money. He don't need to be covered. If we moved the station down to this property that you're all been fighting about and running through the filters forever, it would have been a space up there at Boyer, and those people had been paying into Durbin and had coverage there for years. So if we would have moved that down to include Rockefeller, then they wouldn't have been covered in that 25% coverage area. So I fought to keep that back up there and keep that continuing service all the way down through there. Somewhere along the line that I think it was an ambulance line, and it got converted over to the fire line too. But they was cutting us off 2 miles down at the property that you all been discussing from our station at Green Bank down there at Deer Creek.
Church of God.
Yeah, okay. If there was something happened south of that, then we couldn't go down there. If we did go down there, there was a phone call made. Not mentioning no names. So that was a big thing. And you say money, money, money. It's not about the money to me, and it's not about the area. We discussed this in a meeting, and all the fire chiefs was there. And they was all there. And John's not even fire chief. He shouldn't even be talking about this.
I'm the captain of the department, and I was
It doesn't matter,
here
not
with
the
my
fire chief. But the fire chief was there and had this paper and had this map, and all of us was there. And all I asked for was my original area back to the Dunmore Bridge. What was his name?
Brandon Scott.
No, the fire chief.
Arthur.
Arthur Sharp was there representing Cass. He did not want to give that area back up. That was my original area, and I got maps from the ISO who says it's my area and stuff. He didn't want to give that up. So that paper that you have, and the fire marshal was there, and we all told him, it was all discussed. Look, we need to decide this here, because if we don't decide it here, and the fire marshals come in and decide it, there's going to be people that gain property, and there's going to be people that lose. You need to decide it here. There was no way that they were going to change that. He wasn't going to do it. He wanted to sign the paper, so when one signed it, all the fire chiefs had to sign it. That's why we're here. We really shouldn't even be here, because we have this fire board, and the fire board and the fire marshal should be working it out. And if we're not capable of working it out, then we should dissolve the board, because we're apparently not competent enough to work it out. But it's not me over money. I could care less, and I don't need more area. But when the fire marshals come in and they looked at the time and the amount of people that had the training and the equipment and all the distances and all that stuff combined, yeah, you got different stations. And Durbin only gets money for one station, and we have 2 stations, and we cover a lot of area. and we still get that same amount of money, okay? And they want to say it was kinda, I took it as a slur that we want to gather all this area up. I don't want all that area. But at the same time, Dave McLaughlin, you got run over by a tractor at one time, okay? If the similar situation would happen again, we now have paid staff. If something would happen up there, your barn or whatever, and we can come right down through there and closer and can be there quicker, that's what makes a difference
That's
to
what
me.
I want. I want the quickest guy there.
That makes a difference to me.
Why
Now,
don't you look to see? Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I didn't interrupt you.
You're right, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I
I
want the quickest
apologize.
guy there.
I am out here to help the people of this community to save lives and property. Whenever I quit doing that, I'm going to the house. And I'm not out here for the dollar. Yeah, we gotta have money to operate. But I'm out here to save lives and property. And this bickering and carrying on and stuff that has went on in the past, there's no need for it. And it's a lot of people, it's one area. So I'm just here to say that we asked for our area back that we had originally. It was like a 4 mile stretch or something, whatever that is. When the fire marshal come in and he looked at our training, our response times, and all that stuff combined, that made a difference that he wanted to move that line on down through there. There's been several incidents, and I don't know why, down through there, that there's been accidents. And some of them's been bad accidents. And we can pull our statistics and papers and whatever you want to do. But there was people at the Green Bank station, and we had people on scene and do not want that ambulance, and a man laying dying down here in a pickup truck. That don't cut it. Not with me. And if that's what you all want, you all go right ahead. But it don't cut it with me. And I'm gonna piss people off in here by what I said. But you got to have people with training, and lots of it. And you can't operate a department with 4 or 5 people. You got to have several people. Matter of fact, you can't even enter a house, a burning house, without 5 people air packed up and ready to go. That's a lot of training. So there's a lot of things you need to look at here instead of just 1 or 2 little things. And I'll just leave it at that. I could go on about some other things, but I'll just leave it at that. And the fire marshals do what they do every day. I'm a volunteer and do it whenever I'm called. But there's more to it than what meets the eye and what people want to show you is out here.